So here's the start of the Britannia Challenge Cup between the Scots from St Andrew's Boat Club at, well, they're on the left of your picture now, and the men from Tideway Scullers School, London, on the right of your picture. Very experienced crew from the Tideway Scullers School, and I would think that they would be strong favourites to dominate this heat of the Britannia Challenge Cup. So that was them off the start. And sure enough, the men from Tideway Scullers. So we can see Finley Watson in the bow seat there. That's furthest away from you on the right of the picture with the orange cap, it's Kieran Tierney. And then the stern pair, you've got Adam Riddler and Kieran Brown, who I think coaches at Latimer Upper School, in the stroke seat of that. Well, they have had a crew change. We had Murray Wilcox in that crew originally. I think coach Tom Gale has changed the crew around. Tom Gale in his last year at Tideway Scullers just never quite managed that elusive Henley win, and I'm sure he will look to repeat that somewhere else. Is that Gwyn Batten umpiring there, Anna?
That does look like Gwyn herself.
Generally, there's not much to do for an umpire in Cox 4 races, is there? You've got a Cox looking straight down the course. You can see the booms to the, or she can see the booms to the left or right, and it's a pretty easy peasy job. He
shouldn't have problems. I always think it's interesting in these Cox 4 races that the leading Cox, in this case King in the Tideway Scullers, does he really know the distance to the crew behind? Can he see that? And therefore, what can he really do apart from steer the boat?
Yeah, well, I found, the only time I rode bow in a Cox 4 was in the '84 Olympics, and in that race, we were led by the Americans for most of the race, so of course the Cox could see how far down on the Americans we were, and he never had to look round. But I think in other crews I've rode, the bowman might have a conversation with the Cox, because if you do have to look out the boat to see the distance behind, you've got to turn your head. That might upset things a little bit. You can see the stroke meter he's got in front of him there now.
Yeah, so he can stick to the plan, but in terms of reading the race and reacting to the plan, massive asset if you're down. Yeah. If you're up, you've got to have a plan. You've got to hope your bowman's got enough breath to.
How well are those guys rowing, do you think? Yeah, Future's just saying about Coxes having mirrors. They do have mirrors on the head of the Charles course in Boston, because it's so bendy that the scullers there have mirrors on their hats actually, so they don't have to look around. Generally, the veteran scullers have those. Big distance as the crews pass the Thames and Remnant Club. Time of 3 minutes 31 to falling. Conditions are quite quick this afternoon. It's sort of blowing down the course with a tailwind. I don't think that is going to trouble the record. 3:16, the record set by Harvard University in 1993. So it's about 15 seconds outside that.
What this Scullers crew is doing really well, Martin, don't you think, is rowing very continuously. There's not any wasted time within that whole stroke. The boat's either running or it's being accelerated, and there's nothing else. There's no kind of slack within that cycle.
Yeah, I think Tom Gale, who's the men's coach at Scullers, he does that sort of idea. Sculled a lot internationally for Britain, but he's got that idea of fluidity. I know when my son rode there, Frank Cross, that he was very, it was very important to be patient at the finish, let the boat move away from you, and then move up with the boat. And I think partly that's what you see in a lot of Scullers crews. They do have that, let's move with the boat, fluidity, and Scullers are an incredibly successful club. But I think they're probably the only club who've got crews in the women's events, the open men's events, the junior boys events. We've got about 3 quads in that, and junior women's events is 2 with quad sculls. And for a club to, you normally say Molesey Boat Club, the club that enters everything, but I think Scullers might be maybe moving into that position. It's a great achievement for the Chiswick-based club. So there are the crews. We can see them now from our commentary box. About 300 metres to go to the finish. The race has been pretty much done and dusted. In men in the yellow and red from the Tideway Scullers School, club founded by Lou Barry, father to Bill Barry, coach of Alan Campbell, of course, the ski-on famous member of Tideway Scullers School. And this is another in the illustrious line of victories for that Chiswick club against the men of St Andrew Bloke Club. Let's give them a name check, the guys from St Andrew. Bow Tom Duke, 49 years of age, still plugging it away. Well done, Tom. Andy Dodson, 36-year-old in the 2-seat. Graham Hall, just 23, the youngest in the crew in the 3-seat. Gregor Maxwell, 24, in the stroke seat, and Rosie Payne, the cop. Scullers take that heat, allowing the men and one woman, the cops, Rosie Payne, to come up to them. And, well, they're outclassed, 3 cheers, but Tideway Scullers will progress onwards.